Ace, quit taking a shit, man. We got to do this podcast.
What?
We gotta do this podcast, man. Bench it off.
What?
Podcast, motherfucker. We gotta do this shit. Come on, man.
Okay, hang on.
This motherfucker.
Oh.
God damn. Woo! That is awful.
Mike, you think we're gonna miss the podcast?
No, we got the podcast going right now.
It's going right now?
Right now.
Fuck! Woo! Mike White, you ready?
I'm ready.
For what? Let's do this. You ready?
Making history, son.
Are we making history? What are we making history for?
For the internet, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, welcome to the Mega Powers Podcast with me, Ace Fanini. Do I need to move over this way? Heath Maxey, how about now? How about now? Yes. Everybody blind? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. First of all, my name is Ace Fanini. Running the camera right now, who's going to come sit his ass down in a minute, is Heath Maxey. Say hi, Heath. Oh, he's completely out of his fucking gourd right now.
He'll snap into it.
You think he will?
I think he will.
Oh man, I don't know what it is. Must be a hard day at work. Cocaine. Welcome to the fucking podcast. First of all, I want to thank a couple of people for supporting us. Me and Mike. Thanks. All right, now.
Yeah.
Now that we're here, first thing I want to do. You know, we're extremely close right now. How do we look? Do we look like
We look good.
we look like a couple?
We only got one person looking right now, so.
Do really?
Yeah.
Fuck them. Do we look like a couple?
Absolutely.
All right. It's so good to be here. All right. First things first. Mike,
Yes.
before we get into anything, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about the upcoming state of wrestling?
The upcoming state of wrestling.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Before we do anything,
Yeah.
two things. Okay, we have one way we can go. It's either going shit or really shit. Which one is it?
Oh, shit. We'll go shit.
So you think there's a chance it's not going to be quite as shitty?
Yeah. No, I see a lot of. I see a lot in the future on the horizon.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, let
Okay.
me give the introduction first. Thank you for coming to the podcast. I know we already introduced you, but I'm going to do it anyway. My name is Ace Fanini, and the man right next to me, the man who claimed to invent the question mark, the man that women call Four Eyes till he broke out his one-eyed monster, the man who will touch himself without any pornographic material at all. Ladies and gentlemen, God damn it, give it up for Mike motherfucking White. Cheer, Heath.
Yay!
Okay.
I feel like we're on public broadcast right now.
We kind of are.
Yeah. It's like this. Hey, somebody call us up. Tell us what you want to see.
Yeah. You want to see my balls? Because I'll totally do that. I'm just kidding. So, hold on one second.
We still only got one.
It's okay. I think we're going to make it past that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's try this one more time. We're going to try this one more time. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
It's showing 11 over here.
Oh, like
What?
11
Wow.
over there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh, mine must be me.
All right. Anyway, Mike, look at the camera. I want you to say, hello, my name is Mike White.
Hello. What is the rest of it?
My name is Mike White.
My name is Mike White. Should I do the whole thing again? Hello, my name is Mike White. We're live.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Heath, come sit your ass down, dude.
Travis Lee Wilkinson said, "What up?"
What up, Travis? Both of us. It's good to see you tonight. Huh?
That is a country sounding name.
What, Travis Lee Wilkinson?
Yes.
Travis is a very talented man. I've heard his music. He's phenomenal.
Let's have him on the show.
We should. Come over,
Yep.
Travis.
Does he play country?
No. So if he did, he's not coming on the show.
Okay.
So it's okay. All right. Is everything good?
Yeah, it just keeps trying to autofocus
Autofocus on who?
on both of you.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that weird?
So you tell me.
Are we gonna be blurry, or are we gonna look like Bigfoot?
I think a little bit of the both.
Okay, cool.
I'm already there.
You might
Cool.
look like Bigfoot's large toe.
Yeah, I might look like Bigfoot take a shit in the woods. Even his shit is blurry.
Oh,
Heath.
my.
But if no one's around to hear, does it make a sound?
Yeah, it makes a farting sound
Sit down,
when it
bro.
comes out.
Sit the fuck down. First of all,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in the shot.
just sit down, dude. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
it's all right.
It does not matter. Okay. You all right over there? All right. All right, listen. Tonight on the podcast, what we are, dude, how are they going to hear me when you move around with beer? Tonight on the podcast, first thing we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones and how every episode so far has filled my trousers with fecal matter. Every single episode more and more. Mike, do you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
This is the last podcast we're ever doing.
Yeah, this is it.
Secondly, there's a new Doctor Who. A new doctor, excuse me. I don't want Whovians to have a seizure and shit their pants. There's a new doctor,
I don't
and
think they're watching.
huh?
Go ahead.
You're not going to watch him?
No, I don't think they're watching right now.
Why?
Whovians.
Well, Whovians probably not.
No.
It doesn't matter. They're probably doing. They're probably applying Clearasil.
Their mom told them to get a job.
All right, and so basically, we're going to go over a couple things, and I have to read this because my phone sucks anus. Why does Hawkman look like a flamer? We're definitely going to cover that.
Oh, you motherfucker!
We got to. We have to talk about Hawkman from the DC universe. We definitely have to do
Yeah.
that because Hawkman looks
Yes.
Hawkman looks like a gay stripper. And I mean, is there anything wrong with that? Yes, there is. Next, our favorite wrestling promos. Mike, give a favorite wrestling promo.
Yes.
What is it? Hold on. And so first of all, I'm so ill prepared. God, years of cocaine have really ruined Heath. All right, so without that being said, before we get directly into Game of Thrones, there's something I have to say. There's something I have to get off my chest. What is this? Oh, sorry. Thank you, Heath. We talked to a couple people. All right, what's up, Andrew? And let's see, y'all look beautiful and like a couple. Thank you, Amber. That's what we were shooting for. And yes, Josh, motherfucker, it's a podcast. It is. We're here to spread ear aids to everybody. I have to get something off my chest first, Mike. We talked about something a long time ago, and I want to set this to rest, and I want to set the debate. I want to completely flatten it out. Is that okay? Can we do that right now before we get into the podcast?
Yeah.
We talked some time about Batman versus Superman, right?
Okay.
The movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me clear something up, and I want to clear this up with you too.
right.
He's not in the group, but, I mean, he's not in the shot, but he's right here with us. So this is
He's
what I want
vaping.
to. Yeah, he's vaping. You know, all he's missing is a beard, a flannel shirt, and a lot of sad excuses. So, so this movie that I want, I know it's a little old. It's been around. People have given their opinion. Let me just say this: that movie, and I say this from the part of my heart, was fucking terrible. And I say this because it fucking was. Everything about this movie was horrible. Warner Brothers, DC, they teamed up. What they did, they put their creative minds in a pool. They got together, they shook hands, and then they took all of us into the cinema and bent us over and gave us the mop. They did it. You agree with that?
No, yeah.
So basically, like they completely screwed everything. And I say it like, go ahead.
Mop his penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meat mop. And so basically what happened was they ruined everything for us. I'm a longtime DC fan. I know Mike is. Mike, you're a longtime DC fan, right?
Yes. Last 10 years. Last 15 years. 1998. Somebody do the math. That's the last 19 years.
Dude, gas prices were like 35 cents a gallon.
I know.
Back when that happened.
It was a great time to be alive, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Well, that's good because I wasn't. And I'll
That's,
take
that's,
that.
that's
Let's go back.
nickel sacks cost a nickel.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss the old days.
I know, right?
So, anyway, fucking movie was terrible. They made all the wrong moves with this movie. There are people out there going, but you have to be open to it. You have to be open to its creative style. Like you have to know that they were going for something different. They did go for something different, and that different was fucking horrible. First of all, Lex Luthor was played by who was it? Jesse Eisenberg. Eisenberg, dude.
That doesn't even sound attractive.
Dude, Jesse Eisenberg. Anybody could have played Lex Luthor better than Jesse Eisenberg. Dude, Jesse Pinkman could have played a better Lex Luthor. Fucking Jesse the Body Ventura. The Wild West Outlaw. James's fucking corpse.
James, yes.
Yeah.
Corpse.
That shitty pop singer Jesse J. Lex Luger could have been a better Lex Luthor. And what is he have?
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
It's pre-stroke Lex Luthor. If you're watching,
Did you just catch
Lex?
it?
We love you.
Yeah, we do love you. Can you hear us? Is that side stroked? Oh, we're going fucking to hell. So anyway, with that being said, let's talk about Game of Thrones before we do anything. Heath, get your ass over here.
Yep, I'm gonna have to get my shot.
Anybody,
Yeah. Let me get out the way.
look,
Oh,
anybody,
you're good.
anybody that's been following Game of Thrones knows right now we are at the ending tide. The tides are turning. Things are starting to fall into formation for this show to come to its finale. Now, from my understanding, this show is about to end after it's this season and one more, right, Heath?
Yes.
Okay, so he's like the Game of Thrones guru.
I wouldn't say the guru. I just watch it a lot.
Okay, you son of a bitch. So, the show is coming to an end. Everybody, like, they're already talking about, let's see, the redheaded witch bitch is already saying things like, I brought fire and ice together. I'm sorry, were you talking?
No, go. I was asking if we could switch this up.
You look good in those jeans.
Thanks,
Anyway,
dude.
so, everything is coming to an end. She's already talking about fire and ice. A lot of theories are being brought up. I heard a theory that that the Night King is actually the Mad King Targaryen. Is what I've heard. That's the rumor that I've heard.
No, I've seen the thing on that. I don't know. I mean, we're talking about Mr. R. Martin. So
Yeah.
you never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
One more R.
One more,
One
yeah,
more.
for good measure. Well, I'm going to say that I believe that this TV show, when it finally wraps up, when Game of Thrones finally does its thing, I think George R. Martin's going to throw everybody for a loop. I think we're either all going to be very angry, very happy, but probably very angry.
Very angry.
Very fucking angry.
Everyone's gonna die.
Yeah, probably. And
Every-
he actually,
every character.
and George R. Martin actually said, and in some interview, I can't remember where it was, I know, but I know for a fact when I watched it, I was sitting on the shitter. He said that if it was up to him, he would have everybody's grave pretty much be rolled over with a cloud of smoke. So if you can't read the writing on the wall there, I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know what you're going to do there. So I'm ready to see the ending of this. You know, I think it had a good run. I think it's ending not too early, not too soon. I think it's just right. What's it been, 7 years? This year marks the 7th year of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. It came out in 2010. I remember watching it. I was really hungover, and I was really hungover, and I remember watching it one morning eating Checkers for the first time. I watched it on DVR because I was going to check it out, and like the show has kicked an immense amount of ass since the
Yeah.
first time it came out.
Hey, you remember that part whenever all those people got killed and like that dude, that like pale dude, he like needs some sun and shit. He's like really pale, like an albino, you know. And it's like he brought all those people
Albino.
back to life. Remember that part?
No.
It was really cool.
Where the hell did we go with this?
I don't know, dude.
It was that part. I don't know.
Oh,
The
fuck.
part with the thing with the stuff on it. The guy.
Yeah, but it was really cool.
It was. I
If
remember-
you haven't seen the part where like the guy reanimates people, I don't know. You're not watching hard enough because I don't watch the show. And
This is the result of black tar heroin and its long-term effects. It's not a problem.
I thought it was something else. I thought it was licorice.
All
I
right.
don't even like the black licorice.
So since you know what, oh, that's pretty racist. So we're gonna give our synopsis. Since Mike here doesn't watch Game of Thrones, I don't know what he does on Sunday nights. Hey! So what do you think's gonna happen at the end, Dee?
What do I think is gonna happen?
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen? Just give a brief. Give me a brief like
What
conclusion.
I think is gonna happen. Or
Yeah.
What do I hope is going to happen?
What do you think is going to happen? Now, I mean, we all have our hopes. What do you think George R. R. Martin's
It's
going
good
to
to
pull out of
want
that?
things.
Yeah.
I know George R. R. Martin is an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Daenerys is going to die.
Okay.
I think at least 2 of the 3 dragons will die.
Mm-hmm.
One of them might even be turned into a damn White Walker.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was called. Sorry.
No, timing's perfect.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
the Lannisters will all be completely wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Snow will either be dead or he'll be a White Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Arya Stark will ride into battle on the back of her dire wolf
Mm-hmm.
and die. Sansa, Littlefinger's going to give her the little finger.
Oh my God.
And they'll both die. And who else? Oh, Jaime Lannister will be dead. Yeah, that's true.
I think some of that might have been slightly exaggerated, but it also might be 100% true. My entire prediction of what's going to happen at the end. Okay, since we don't know what kind of twists and turns he's going to throw in there, let me say who's going to die. Jaime Lannister is going to fucking die. Cersei is going to die.
Those are inevitable.
I believe that bald-headed fucker, the spider, he's going to die.
Viserys?
Yeah, he doesn't have a cock and balls. What's he gonna do? What's he been doing up to this point? He's like, he's always talking.
They're
Dude,
whispering into the ears.
It's like we have a eunuch. Oh, they're gonna die.
well, what's he gonna do? He's a bald-headed dude who wears a shawl. He has no cock, no balls, and he looks like Uncle Fester. He needs to fucking die. So he's gonna die.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. Cersei's gonna die. Jon Snow's already died, so he's cashing his death card. I think Daenerys is gonna come close to death. I do believe one of her dragons is gonna get smoked, or I don't know what's going to happen there, but I know she's going to meet a lot of opposition. Rhaegon Greyjoy is going to die in one of the worst ways possible. Like, they're probably going to pull his ball sack out of his anus, or like sideways. They're going to do something crazy.
Like,
Wait, there's a few. There's two Greys we have not talked about. One of them is Grey Worm, and one of them is Greyjoy. Neither of which.
Who the fuck is Grey Worm?
Grey Worm, the Unsullied.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. And I think the Unsullied Army. I think in true George R. R. Martin fashion, he and
Missandei.
Right, yeah, Missandei and Daenerys Targaryens, right hand lady, and the Unsullied dude with no ball, which was kind of awkward the other day. She's like, I want to see you. See what? There's nothing there.
I can imagine it's like a Ken doll.
I want to see your unfinished sex.
Yes.
Oh.
Show me what you don't have. Show me the non-goods.
I just want to see how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you used too much nair. It took off the hair and my genitalia.
I mean, I've got I'll get into the show. I'll get into the show soon enough. But,
You need, yeah.
but can't we just read the last book and see how it's going to end?
You could. I mean,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
you want to, but I'm not going to do that.
If you've been watching the series this whole time, I highly do not recommend finishing with the book, because never in the history of ever has a TV show ever been accurate like the book.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
you heard it here first. Don't finish on the book.
Yeah, and another show that needs to be checked out too, which
Entendre.
woo! Oh, which one of these windows can I jump on? That one.
I got a break out there.
Hey!
It's not high enough.
So, Jesus, tap dancing Christ. So, one more thing I want to say. So that's what I think is going to happen in Game of Thrones. A lot of death, but I think a lot of things are going to happen. What's wrong? With the guy. He doesn't like. He's like, yeah. So
Call him Panama whack.
hell yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Mike Williams.
Burnt.
Fuck you.
So
Fuck you.
one more show that needs to be watched too is a show called American Gods. It's a great show. Neil Gaiman, I think his name is Neil Gaiman. Neil
Either way.
Gaiman.
I'll take it.
Gaiman.
So he actually made the show. The show is very good. The actors were phenomenal. From what I understand from my good friend Bonnie, she told me that instead of them actually having to do a casting call for the show, all the actors actually showed up themselves because they loved the book so much. That's saying something. The show airs on Stars. Usually comes on Sunday. The first season's over with right now, so you should be able to catch it on Netflix or Fire Stick, because none of you pay for that shit. And hey, I don't
Hey.
Hey,
Is that how it is?
Welcome to America, son. Welcome to America, son. You gonna wreck the music? We already wrecked it with Napster. You gonna wreck it with Napster? Fucking do it, son. You know. So is that what happened?
I kind of checked out. I'm sorry. I was drinking.
Fuck, it's
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So check out American Gods first chance you get. It's an awesome fucking show. A lot of sex, a lot of violence. So yeah, bring the kids.
Yeah.
Bring the kids.
What the fuck?
Nah, it's.
Well, my cat just had a fucking seizure.
I should have.
Yeah, it's very important something in the living room that he had to go check out.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're trying to make a podcast over here, okay? Stay away from my
Stop your
jacket.
shit.
this is,
You don't give a damn.
Fucker.
Look like one.
that was not supposed to be part of the podcast.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's no big
We're
deal.
going to make lemonade.
It's all right.
Look, we're going to make lemonade.
I actually have lemonade. I forgot.
Oh, cool.
There's like maybe one cup left.
Okay.
The new Doctor Who. The new Doctor Who. Big reveal. What was it after? What event was that after that they revealed the new Doctor Who? What was that? Was it Wimbledon? The
Comic Con.
the dildo sword fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the event was.
I don't know. It was some guy from England for watching. That's not very funny.
Yeah, I did invite Daniel Vickers.
Is Vickers watching? I don't like that very
Well,
much.
no, it's probably like 4 a.m.
Where he is?
over there. Yeah, I don't know.
He must be lonely.
I'll have all the lemonade I want, thank you, Daniel.
So,
He said you lemonade fiend.
Daniel who?
Moody.
Oh, Daniel Moody. He's still alive. Miraculous. No, I'm kidding. What's up, Daniel?
I just want to remind everybody, fuck Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know Mike Williams, but so I can't make a claim to that. I was watching the podcast, so.
Yeah, we appreciate you, but fuck you.
On that note,
Because reasons.
Did you say anything?
I don't know. Fuck it.
Okay.
Moving on. The new Doctor Who. Mike, the new Doctor Who apparently is Jodie Whittaker, a British actor.
That's correct.
Who, from what I saw, would smash. How do you feel about that?
About you smashing her?
No. Afterwards. How do you feel about the new Doctor? How do you feel about the new Doctor being a woman? How do you feel about it being Jodie Whittaker? And how do you think it's gonna play out? Do you think the rating's going to drop? Do you think the show's going to start sucking ass even more than the last season sucked? Because the last season sucked shit, and I don't care what Whovians watching around going, "You're a bigot for saying that." The show sucks dick. Capaldi's last season was terrible. What do you feel?
First of all, Alvin, what up, homie? You're my boy, man.
Alvin Washington.
That's right.
Fucking right, dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
George's distant nephew.
second,
Oh.
I'm looking forward to it. The only thing that makes me hold up on that is that the new writer, he did Torchwood,
Right.
and Torchwood was not a series that I could get behind.
Right.
It's just it wasn't that entertaining to me, and it's the only show that I've had an opportunity to watch that I just didn't watch it. You know.
Okay.
And so, that's the only thing. That is the only thing that makes me worry about the new season.
Okay.
You know, I think that the gender really doesn't matter because, I mean, the Doctor's been sexless for 50 years. You know, except for like River Song
Yeah.
and something like that, and that could actually work out. That would actually be pretty hot.
River
You
Song,
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, how many adventures has he saved the universe with his penis?
Well, I don't know. Have you been there to see it?
No,
Because there's a lot of
I've
time
not.
between the Doctor like not traveling and traveling. You know what I'm saying? So there's a chance that his penis. You never know, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
it could happen.
anyway, I don't know how far I'm gonna take that joke. Here's how I feel about the. He's like, you son of a bitch. Let's get in there. Here's how I feel about the Doctor being a woman. This is what I feel. I've been a Doctor Who fan for quite a while now. I watch the show. I think it's a pretty good show. I think just. In all honesty, I don't know what's going to happen as far as the Doctor being a woman, because, and this is the reason why, the show is already sucking ass. Stephen Moffat has literally dropped his trousers and shit in all our eyes and ears, and like the last season to me was so poorly written. I don't give a shit when anyone says it. The last season was trash. I feel bad. Peter Capaldi, like I feel like if I knew that they were going to have that season be such a bucket of feces, like. I wish that they would have just let him regenerate in season 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I wish
get that.
I wish that would have happened because it's just not it's just a giant, like, I'm sorry, it's kind of like we're definitely gonna I mean to me, politics on this show is much like my Uncle Elroy's a dick. It will not be coming up now or anytime soon. But I will tell you this: I feel like if Jodie Whittaker comes along and is the Doctor, she got a large mess to clean up. And if this dude's a worse writer than Moffat, the show's going to suck even harder. And I mean, it has nothing to do with her being a woman, but the show's probably going to suck if she doesn't come and clean it up. If the new writer doesn't come and clean it up, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not being a pessimist because I want Doctor Who to not suck, but it has sucked.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's been a while. It's been a while since I've actually wanted to watch it.
Right.
You know, the last season pulled it out towards the end there with the finale.
Yeah.
I feel that wasn't double entendre. I know you were looking for that.
What?
He kind of made a face whenever I said they pulled it out.
Right.
But
God damn it!
Hello, fifth grade. It's been such a long time since we've seen each other. Go ahead.
yeah.
Hello,
But-
darkness,
but-
my old friend.
But we've got a new face as the Doctor. We've got a new writing team. Who knows? And I'll definitely be checking it out for the first season. You know what? I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to check it out for the 11th season and the 12th season. Whatever they put out, I'm going to check it to see if it gets better.
Right.
You know, just like Alvin's a Saints fan. You know, he watches it every year. So, you know, just to see if they're going to get better.
Yeah.
But you know, they never do. So.
Okay, well, I can't say much about that because they do have one ring under their belt. But
Yeah,
that's about
that's
it.
true. That's
yeah.
true.
And actually, the ring I'm talking about is just the buckle. So, what I'm going to say, we're going to end it on that because,
Okay.
you know, because there's not much more we can say about it until the show premieres. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to give it maybe a couple episodes in. If that's being very lenient, I might change between now and then if I see like if I get some feet. If it sucks ass, I'm going to say it sucks ass. I don't care who's listening. I don't care if they're like, well, you know, just give it a chance. I gave it a chance. It might suck. And if it sucks, fuck it. So there it is. You know.
Yeah, and I'll just end it by saying, you know, I'm going to watch it because, you know, I get tired of watching American sci-fi, and I like to watch a British perspective on sci-fi, which is a lot of what they do. And so, wasn't nothing about that funny.
No, it's a terrible fucking show.
Okay, what's the next topic?
Okay, let's be a little more formal, man. Let's have some segues here, okay?
Let's segue.
Okay. Oh, and speaking of sci-fi,
Yes.
in the next couple weeks, the author and a friend of mine, Bonnie Taylor, is actually writing a series of books. The most recent is called Zach's Guitar, and she's actually a very big supporter of the podcast. And we're actually going to have her on the show at some point. But I've actually read the first chapter of her book, and you can actually get it on Amazon. When Zach's Guitar finally comes out, the thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have her come on the show and talk about it because she's a very good artist and author. At the artist standing right there. She's a very good author. To be honest, if you read it, like if you give it a chance and check it out, if you give it a chance to check it out, you will see that like this is the kind of writing that's probably been missing a lot. You know what I mean? Like because I feel like a lot of sci-fi that I read, which I try to, it's just lacking a whole lot of the narrative goes all over the fucking place because somebody's trying to pull an M. Night Shyamalan, you know? They try
Yeah,
to twist everything.
trying to do the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, at the very end, he's like, oh, it's like the alien stepped off the ship and it was Elton John, you know, and everyone called it the blues after that. Yep.
That sounds like a real ending.
So
That's a book I want to read, Bonnie.
it is. So make that happen. Secondly, when she comes, like I'm gonna have her on the show probably a couple weeks from now. Another thing, the next live podcast that we do, I'm glad we're talking about that. We're gonna do a full. It's gonna be a complete video game coverage of E3 because I definitely watched E3. I don't know if you caught it. I'm gonna give you time to catch up and watch it on YouTube between now and then.
Okay.
I watched all of E3, everything that was brought to the table, everything. Some of it, and I got to be honest with you, this E3 was very disappointing. I kind of wanted to hang myself with my own intestinal tubes at the very end of it. It was complete ass. There were some games that were worth mentioning. I will say Far Cry 5 looked awesome, and a couple other things looked pretty good too. But Final Fantasy actually put out a fishing game, and that's where I draw the fucking line. Sorry, it is what it is. What's wrong?
That's terrible.
It's a fucking horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I heard like it's an extension pack or something. Expansion pack. I was thinking of something else when I said extension. I heard it was
Next thing you know,
expansion
Experience
pack.
is going to squeeze out of their fart hole Kingdom Farts.
What? You think they do that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
They did fishing with Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
Everything is possible. It's
Yeah.
all on the table.
And it's like, okay, and now we've talked about this before because we talk a lot of and I stand by what I said. It's like I've never talked to my grandpa, and he's like, there's two things I love. It's Final Fantasy and fishing. If there was only some way that I could do both of them at the same time.
I think they're both going to do you at the same time.
That happens. Grandpa?
Yeah, I got good news for you, Grandpa. Let's get you a PlayStation.
What the fuck? What was that?
Oh, they're shutting the lights off on us.
Okay.
That was
Doesn't fucking matter, dude. So yeah, E3 was terrible. And I want to say this too. Whenever we have this next video game episode, my main man from New York, Frankie Waps, is going to be joining us on the show. And the dude is very talented. He's worked for MTV, VH1. He specifically worked for WWE for a long time, and the guy's very knowledgeable. So I can't wait to have him on the podcast next time because the dude's going to give us a full rundown of his favorite video game thus far that's called Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I played it. It's an amazing game. I've played it a whole lot. Have you played it before?
No, I have not.
You played Legend of Zelda?
Before,
let's
yes,
talk about
Legend of
Breath
Zelda,
the Wild,
yes.
since
All
we're
right.
getting on that subject.
Okay.
I went back in.
All right. Have you hi?
Yes and yes.
Have you? So you played the whole game. How do you feel
But I
about
won't do that.
it? How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it, Breath of the Wild? I think
Yeah.
it's amazing.
What
It
What are
was
some?
awesome.
So for I mean, if there's anybody
Thank
out
you,
there,
Daniel Moody, because that's possible because you let me play it. But anyway, okay.
yeah. Well, if for those who haven't played the game yet, what can they expect for it?
Okay, so it's a really good cross between all of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of nostalgia. If you ever heard of the Amiibo?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you get certain figures, you can hook them up, scan them, and it'll give you like the costume from A Link to the Past.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wait, so you get the same tunic from the Super Nintendo game?
Yes, and you can get the tunic from Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of nostalgia in that game. Like, they really tied a lot of things together for that one. So in the timeline, I'm pretty sure it's pretty far down there. All 1,500 times.
Yeah, because it splits off like 7 times. And so this, sadly, this is another prequel. Is this the beginning? Is this the beginning of the timeline? Is this the beginning before it splits? Is this before Skyward Sword?
I had no idea. No. Skyward Sword is supposed to be the first of the first.
That's number 1.
Number 1.
So
yeah.
this is between, but it's pretty far back.
I don't know, because this is the aftermath of Hyrule. So bear with me for a minute. The saying of the theory of shit. I don't really know where this is going to be in the timeline.
It's okay.
It's just take a dart and throw it at a. I don't really know.
Throw it at a Triforce symbol.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I know, and I know for like it's a little too early for us to say exactly where the game's going to pop up in the timeline, but they're going to find a spot for it. And even Miyamoto has tripped and fucked up on his own words before trying to explain, what the
He doesn't even know. I think they just made a bunch of games and said, "Hey, here that goes."
He's like, yeah, and so because
I think
originally
that's how he organized it in his closet, and he just put it on paper.
he's like, fuck it, we're just going to give it to them. They're American.
Hey!
They're fucking Americans. Who gives a shit?
Same
So
people that gave us Doki Doki Panic and Super Mario 2.
stop.
Or regular Mario
Don't
2.
do
Either way.
that. You're hurting my heart. So not with that shitty ass game. So it's a little too early in the beginning of the game, or beginning of the era for it. Even though it's been out for a little while, I think they're gonna plug it in. I think like now that they're conscious of a timeline, it does have a spot, but we'll figure it out at some point or another.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm ready to play it. What's up?
Oh, no. Somebody just asked us if this is a gaming podcast.
No, it's not. Well,
It's an everything.
It's an everything podcast.
It's a podcast.
It's whatever we
podcast.
want to talk about,
Yeah,
man.
it's kind of like This podcast. This podcast.
We want to talk about wrestling, we'll talk about wrestling. If my prostate's
I
acting
need
up,
to
that's
check
what
the
we're going to
stream.
talk about,
I
Is
need
it
to
actually?
check the stream on camera too.
You do?
Yeah.
Check it. So yeah, the podcast is it's just about anything. It's we get together and drink beer podcast. You know what I mean? Because and I hope that people listen to it and don't have us killed again. So and
Daniel Moody said that it's supposed to be in the middle. Breath of the Wild.
I don't want to hear about his experiences at summer camp. I want. But it is. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. This is
Okay,
seriously.
and speaking of segues, since we're talking about segues,
Yeah.
Mike Williams just said Mike White has a man crush on Aquaman.
I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny it.
I'm not going to deny.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna.
I am.
Hey, spit it.
I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to deny that too, either.
Dude, Aquaman.
Aquaman is probably one of the best heroes ever.
Dude.
Okay, and I'll tell you why.
Oh man.
You can't fuck with him underwater, and like the world is covered like 75% with water. He will fuck you up. You know what he did one time? He threw a polar bear at poachers, and his power isn't to generate polar bears. That's not it. He picked a live polar bear up, and if you've ever fucked with a live polar bear,
I don't.
you know.
think I have.
Well, see, because they're fucking dangerous, man. That's why you haven't done it.
that'd
You
be
know,
your
if
asshole.
like if I was to say he threw a puppy at some poachers, you'd be like, well, fuck him. You know, so the fucking Wonder Twins could have done that shit.
I'm gonna
Right.
finish this one and restart it.
Okay, was there something wrong with it?
It's not showing any video.
Oh, that's fucking terrible. All right, go ahead and start it over.
Okay,
Is it at least getting the
we still got this one.
Yeah, you still.
Yeah,
Okay.
we still got this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what this one's for.
All right.
But no, Aquaman is a badass dude. Oh shit.
I died.
No, fuck you.
Shut up. Okay, okay. We're talking a little bit too much about Aquaman. Okay, I agree with what you're saying. Maybe the Earth is with 75% water.
Yes.
But none of us are going out there. I don't go out there from day to day.
But that's okay. That's okay. He could still fuck you up on land because he's still got super strength. It's just he has the advantage on water.
Is he bulletproof?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you 100% sure? So if I shoot Aquaman in the fucking head, he's not going to fall over dead.
Hypothetically, no.
His ridiculously gay ass orange shirt and green pants or whatever, like.
It was a fashion choice. Okay. It was a fashion choice
No, you're back up and running.
to wear the orange and
Thanks.
green. That was his choice. You know what? And he probably did that shit so that people would be like, "Man, you look gay as a motherfucker," and like so he could be like, "Would you say bitch?"
What'd you say? You
I'll
like my
fuck
orange
you.
and green? And my comeback is there is a very big chance that every time I flush my toilet, you've gotten some of my shit on your face. I'm sorry, dude. Aquaman is terrible. Aquaman is a fucking waste. I mean, okay. For the sake of me not being unbiased for what you like, Aquaman's okay. But in my opinion, I've never liked Aquaman. As a matter of fact, Aquaman sucks so much ass that they had to get Jason Momoa to play him. They had to get a badass to play him. They had to.
Yeah.
Who are they going to get? Somebody normal?
Who's gonna? Okay, here's my theory about the
James
DC extended universe.
Wow.
Okay, here's my theory about that.
Yeah.
Okay, one day there's going to be a movie that happens that everything snaps into place.
Yeah.
And every bad decision they've made, from Jesse Eisenberg
Yeah.
to whatever. I mean, there's no shortage of big mistakes they've made.
Right.
Everything is going to snap into place, and like the currency will be the DC Universe movies. And y'all are going to be coming to my house, and y'all going to be like, hey, let me hold that Aquaman Blu-ray. And I'll be like, fuck you. You should have been on board from the beginning.
Okay. Now let me tell you what's really going to happen. The Marvel Extended Universe is going to make more shit if they keep making the same decision.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. Compared to Marvel, they're terrible. The Marvel Extended Universe can suck my extended fuck stick, and when this happens, instead of me holding your Blu-ray, all these DC fans can hold my nuts with a tight grip because the movie's terrible.
Dude, all I can say is wait and see how much Aquaman, thrills you as he takes, through the depths.
I just feel
Of
like
the
Dark
ocean.
Horse Comics in this equation right now.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt with the Game of Thrones
Dude,
thing.
you can beat Aquaman if the water cooler breaks. Like, he's fucked.
He doesn't need water all the time. He doesn't
He's Aquaman!
That just means he can breathe in water. That just means like he's in his element in water. It's like that doesn't mean he needs water. Now, back in the day,
Amber Heard is playing his wife in the Aquaman movie.
yes, and that.
And Jay Edie says Marvel is better than DC.
Oh, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not talking about the DC universe as a whole. I'm talking about Aquaman.
Dude, DC...
And Aquaman is the coolest hero just because if he's in the water, then he's the coolest, man. Body temperature.
Yeah.
Think
So,
about it.
14 viewers.
okay. Well, would that be... What is that? With the page or on my page?
Your page.
On my page? Okay, well, that's good.
I think he's watching the... Yeah.
That's cool.
Now.
No, that's cool. We have 14 viewers?
We got 19 total.
Okay, I
What?
was totally expecting 18. So, that's one better. So,
Yeah, I think they tuned in for my rant on Aquaman.
probably. And they were very happy.
Yes.
Except opposite. Give me that fedora, boy. So, what's wrong? Oh, you got something against fedoras? Hey.
I actually wore one back in the day, and I'm ashamed.
Oh man, if Benny Smith is watching, I'm sorry. So we'll settle with Aquaman. You have to be an Aquaman fan to understand, in my opinion, just to settle it all. Aquaman right now is saying,
No, he will not put a feather in it.
dude,
He will not put a feather in it.
no, dude. If Aquaman,
Oh no, I'm not a pimp.
the only shit talk that Aquaman can give you is step off land, motherfucker. Step off land.
He doesn't have to do that,
Get in the pool, bitch.
dude. He
Take a leisurely
He does-
stroll
he
on
does-
the beach, bitch.
he
See what happens.
He doesn't have to say that, and Aquaman doesn't suck dick underwater, on water, wave jobs. No.
Who
Okay.
said that?
Alvin.
Oh wow, yeah, dude, that was right on the money, dude. Yeah. So
You've got 33%
Yeah.
of the podcast agreeing with you, Alvin.
yeah, it's no good. So 33% of it.
66.
All right. So
66.6.
So, in conclusion, Aquaman, he's okay on a scale of okay to 10.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
just gonna
J.E.B.
say.
says freestyle battle Mike versus Ace to settle the argument.
No, I would totally lose
Man,
that.
I'll slap that fedora off your head, boy! Don't it?
Freestyle battle.
Freestyle.
Freestyle what?
I left my bike at home.
Like
man.
freestyle drawing, I could do that. You know, it's like, nah, I can't do that.
Nah, dude.
Nah.
Thank Jay. I would do that, Jay, but I don't think so. Mike, the only thing Mike has ever wrapped is a Christmas present, and I think that was even shitty.
That's true.
So it's okay. We're gonna go on, okay? Aquaman, we've settled the score with Aquaman. He is terrible. And speaking of terrible,
Well, hold on. He's fucking awesome. All right, let's move on.
speaking of extremely gay superheroes, Hawkman, dude, we got to talk about Hawkman real quick.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Hawkman.
Hawkman. I wish somebody would invite Tim Board. He's the guy that always talks about Hawkman on my Facebook feed.
Dude, just real quick about
And
Hawkman.
you said extremely gay, so I didn't clear it.
Who? Oh, yeah, no, it's right. Yeah, he have to, dude. From now on, if we say somebody looks gay, we have to clear with Heath. He's the gay ambassador. He speaks
Okay.
to the gay community.
No,
All right?
Okay.
And we did not clear.
Okay.
You didn't clear?
Well, hold on. Maybe he hasn't seen Hawkman.
Yeah.
Hold.
You know what?
That's the only thing that we got here.
No, you haven't seen
I've
Hawkman.
seen Hawkman, but we don't.
No, I don't think you've seen Hawkman in the light that we're talking about. Because
Yeah.
Hawkman, let me see.
I don't want it.
Let me see Hawkman
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah, show
There's
him.
Mike.
Show him that with the suspenders.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Check that out.
Okay, that's that shit they do in New Orleans.
Yeah. That's when you go to Bourbon Street and
It's
like you
Hang
didn't
a left,
like you didn't stop
and you
whenever people
start
told
seeing
you to
leather
stop.
chains and all that.
Yeah.
That's where that is.
This kind of shit you showed like a really manly cross dress. He's like, I believe I saw this cosplay at a parade in San Francisco.
I still don't want it.
They were,
I mean, it's like
everyone's drinking cosmopolitan.
like part of his
Ah.
part of Hawkman's origin is that he's a space cop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like if he's a space cop dressed like that, then he's one of those cops that shows up at a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
With like he's got all those pockets. I guess those are like lubricant.
God damn.
And-
Hawkman and Aquaman are the new Ace and Gary. J.E.B.
I know what he's talking about.
Ace and Gay. Oh,
Yeah,
the
vigorously
gay
gay
duo.
duo,
Yeah. Okay. Who said that?
Jay did.
That's pretty good reference.
Jay's on fire. Look,
That-
you can
that-
say he's flaming.
They are the fish and foul
Drummond
team.
No, dude.
They are the fish and foul team. Hawkman and Aquaman.
They're both pretty terrible. But I'll give Hawkman.
Melinda, that's Mike.
Yeah, I'll give Hawkman.
What's the guy's name in the blue shirt?
I'll give him no credit whatsoever, and Hawkman especially. I think that's the reason why he wasn't in the Justice League cartoon in the first place, is because how ridiculous he looked. I don't know much about Hawkman. What? Go ahead.
No. I mean, I agree with you.
Okay.
It's probably they couldn't get the fan base, and so instead they put the Wonder Twins in,
Yeah.
or they put that fucking talking dog, the Dino Mutt.
I meant the newer Justice League.
Oh,
That's
that
what I
one.
was talking
That
about,
one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He showed
Yeah.
up in the new Justice League.
Did he? But,
Yeah.
but he wasn't a regular character like
No,
Hawkgirl.
he was not a regular character like Hot Girl. No.
Okay.
But Hot Girl sounds sexy, dude. Whenever she gets, ha! It's like
Yeah.
like you listen to her, it's like she sounds like she's playing tennis.
Yeah, I've totally shed a couple feathers to Hawkgirl.
Right.
It's fucking terrible.
Yes.
So Hawkman is terrible. Hawkman's looks pretty gay. Looks like a stripper cop at the bachelorette party. But
Yeah.
what did Hawkman do when they called him in? Like, what was Hawkman? Does Hawkman have a side job, right? Hawkman has a side job as a stripper.
Yeah, he has a side job.
Or
as a
bartender
stripper.
or
Yeah,
Splash.
It's
Indeed.
like I could totally see a scenario where it's like, Superman's calling in the Justice League. It's like, Hawkman, we need all the reserves. He's like, hold on. This girl's giving me a blowjob and her mom is watching. It's a bachelorette party, man. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You know, hold on, I'm about to finish. Okay.
No, here we go. We'll give you the
Yeah,
abridged version. It's like,
Yeah.
Hawkman, we need you immediately. I'm coming. An hour later, Hawkman, where are you? Okay, now I'm on my way.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me just get her a towel, and we'll move on.
Here you go, wipe yourself.
Yeah,
Dude, this is
it's like, you know,
I don't want to devote a lot of time to that. I just wanted to say Hawkman looks gay as fuck, and I just like,
Well,
and
yeah,
Keith, you can agree with
it's-
that, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the word.
Okay, straight up.
We're good.
So, with that being said, moving on, getting away
Yeah.
from Hawkman.
Right.
Let's see here. So,
No, you said straight up, damn it.
no,
No, it's not.
I'm getting the best part. The best part. This is the part I've been waiting on. This is the part of the podcast I've been longing to do. Okay, you ready? Mike White, your favorite wrestling promo, and I don't want you to tell me what the wrestling promo is. I want you to reenact it for me, right here, live for all these.
Oh wow.
19.
Okay.
Do it. I want to see it.
You had
No, we actually have less than 19, I think.
Oh shit.
I got 12.
We got 12. We got 15.
All right.
We got 15 people.
So 27.
So that means I got time to Google.
He means 1,500. Go ahead.
Hey!
What do you got?
Hold on. Can we do something so it's not so quiet while I'm doing it?
Yeah. How about I got all these wet clothes slipped into a dry martini?
Ah, see ya!
No, that's cool. Let's roll on the podcast right now. Give me some live chat feedback. I should probably check it myself. Okay, there we go. And a silence filled the room. It's cool. All
I
right.
guess they're waiting on me.
What are we waiting on?
We're talking about Chris Jericho.
All right.
Okay. For those of you who don't remember, 1999, they started a Y2K clock. Right?
Yeah.
The Millennium Countdown.
Right.
And every once in a while, it would come up, you know, and you know what? I can't do it the justice. I can't do it the justice that it needs.
Why?
Because
Why not?
I'll be reading at the same time.
Okay. Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. So yeah, we'll fuck it. You know, we'll just move on. We're making lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of a sudden, in the middle of the show, The Rock is cutting a promo. He was probably talking about sticking something up somebody's candy ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to guess.
A lot of attitude there.
You know, he was probably shining it
If I had a
up.
hunch.
You know, and like he's all of a sudden the lights go out.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember this, like look it up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking electric. It, like the lights go out, all of a sudden the music starts. Break the wall down.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah.
No, I remember that. 'Cause
Yeah,
right in
and
the
then all of a
promo.
sudden-
This is before he cut his hair. This is like before.
Yeah,
second
this is
comeback.
whenever he first showed up.
Right.
On Raw. And everybody's like the lights are out and everybody's like cheering and everything. Camera flashes are going off.
Yeah.
And the music starts.
Yeah.
It shows a stripper on a pole for some reason.
Did it really?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the Titantron.
Yeah, the Titantron. Yeah. And all of a sudden Jericho's name comes across the screen.
Yeah.
Woo! You know,
Yeah.
everybody's like, yes. Everybody got into the moment right then.
Yeah, and for the record, pause right there. The crowd from the Attitude Era is like the crowd now doesn't know anything. Doesn't know how to be like that crowd. I mean, even though
They
kayfabe is
don't-
dead.
Yeah. Well, they don't know what kayfabe
Who
is.
gives a shit? Okay, well,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying either way, wrestling will never be what it was. The crowd will never be like deep into it like they were before. Like
Oh,
they
no,
were
no,
so
no.
into
no,
it.
No, there were so many people that were there to see Steve Austin say ass and drink beer.
Which is going to be my favorite wrestling promo here. In a
Yeah.
minute. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay, and then like there's this whole transcript. You know, everything in here, every line in here is gold. You know, I mean, should I go through it? You know,
Just give us a couple excerpts.
Okay, yeah. Starts off, welcome to Raw is Jericho! And I am the new millennium for the World Wrestling Federation. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Chris Jericho, your new hero, your party host, and more importantly, the most charismatic showman to ever enter your living room via a television screen. That's how he started. And the crowd was fucking eating out of his hand. And this is when he turns heel.
Yeah. Right then.
Yeah. He turns heel like right in the middle of it. He says, Chris Jericho has come to save the WWF. which it didn't need saving at that time.
At
Ratings
all.
were through the roof.
Through the roof. WCW
You know,
was getting
it had so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It had so much crossover appeal. Not even talking about the ticket numbers.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about like Vince McMahon and Steve Austin fighting on Celebrity Deathmatch. We're talking about
that did happen. Which
Yeah,
they kind of
yeah.
botched the Stone Cold Stunner, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you don't believe me, check that out on YouTube. Go ahead.
well, they did botch it in real life too. They had Mike Tyson showing up at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
They had buy rates out the ass
Yeah.
for their pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was all on the strength of Shawn Michaels holding the title. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't him. He was just the only heel that they had to hold the title for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right.
You know, they had I remember going to work the next day, Tuesdays, and everybody was talking about, did you see Raw last night?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so they didn't need Chris Jericho.
No.
They just had him. And so let's go over the facts. Television ratings, downward spiral, pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting,
Yeah.
mainstream acceptance, non-existent, and reactions of the live crowd's complete and utter silence. And I know why you're silent. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here.
Was this quote Jericho?
Yeah, that's Jericho. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
so-
and so like that's how he started in the match.
okay.
And you people have been led to believe that mediocrity is excellence. Jericho is excellence. And now, for the first time in WWF history, you have a man who can entertain you. You have a man who is good enough for you. You have a man who can make you jump off your chairs, raise your filthy, fat little hands in the air, and scream, "Go, Jericho, go!" That was Chris Jericho. That was the hottest thing ever.
I don't even want to watch the video now. Like,
Yeah.
You've taken me on a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, dude, it's even greater to see it happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like chilling. You know, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, those crowds back then, that entire era, like, we'll never get it back. I don't think we'll ever get it back unless just by some curious quirk of fate, people just start believing that wrestling's real again. You know?
Yeah.
And that's really what a lot of it was, because people like Stone Cold and The Rock, they made it look so natural. You know?
And actually, I forgot about something. And this is for Alvin.
Yeah.
If you're watching, this is the end of the promo that he cut. The new millennium has arrived in the WWF, and now that the Y2J problem is here, this company, from the front office idiots to all the amateurs in the dressing room, including this one, to everybody watching tonight, will never, ever be the same again.
And then I shit my pants.
Yes.
And The Rock buried him directly after that, dude.
The Rock kind of come up short for me.
You think so?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Well, in my eyes, The Rock can never come up short. But I think he cut a pretty decent promo. Yeah, he is 6'5" at least. I was gonna say that joke, but he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna step in and do it anyway. Fuck it all." That was a great promo. Me personally, when it comes to Chris Jericho, I enjoyed his return. You know what I'm talking about? When he interrupted Randy Orton?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And he came down and he was just like, he said the same thing, "Welcome to Raw," as Jericho. Did a phenomenal promo. I mean, his mic skills are out this world. The dude's like one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live. If we're counting his mic skills, if we're counting his wrestling skills, the dude's actually kind of getting a dad bod a little bit, but can still perform the same moves he did like 10, 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's still really good.
He's a little chubby.
Yeah, well, fuck, dude. He's in better shape than me. And
Me.
yeah,
I mean,
but like he's
Like-
I've never seen a promo with Chris Jericho. I've never seen a match with Chris Jericho where I was ever disappointed. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
yeah.
so.
No, I get that.
So, but
Well,
anyway,
Fandango at WrestleMania. Like, who did Fandango have to blow to get a main event? to get his first match on TV at WrestleMania?
was that Chris Jericho's fault? Did it suck?
I didn't say it sucked. I just like,
Okay,
really, Fandango?
Heath, when you get a minute, come here, dude. I want you to be here for this. All right. So that was your favorite promo?
That was my favorite promo. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody watching right now, put your favorite. Put your favorite. If you're a wrestling fan, if not, then just be like, oh,
It's just like
shit's fake,
it's like
son.
we're just waiting for this to move on.
Shit's fake.
You know.
So you can put that in the comment, your favorite wrestling promo, and I might read it out loud if it doesn't suck. So, Mike, you ready?
Oh, Mike Williams used to love when Jericho would shit on Stephanie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was
The
one.
filthy, dirty, what was it, disgusting, trash bag, bottle feeding hoe.
Hose bag.
Hose bag? Was it?
Hoseback, yeah.
Okay.
And also, I remember one time Jericho he cut he cut what I consider the shittiest promo. It was one time he hired the acolytes to watch his back, and he was like, "So Stephanie, they're here to defend your honor.
Yeah.
Let's spell honor Honer." And like I stopped listening.
Yeah.
Like right then, like really, Honer? Yeah, Honer. That sounds like a blowjob.
So yeah, that's I like that promo a lot. Ben Painter, you must have fucking telepathy because that is the exact promo I'm talking about. I'm going to do that promo right now. I'm going to set the stage first, okay? For those who watched wrestling back in the 90s, and this actually happened in 99, I think it was April of 99. April, yeah, right around WrestleMania. It was a week before WrestleMania. And everything was in place. This is probably one of the biggest moments of my life as a wrestling fan. And you don't have to be a wrestling fan to know that during that time, WWF at the time, they ruled everything. They were on MTV. Austin was on Nash Bridges for what it's worth. The Rock was just starting to be in movies and shit like that.
Do you remember the character that Steve Austin played on Nash Bridges?
Bald man.
Jake Cage.
That was his name?
Yeah, it was his real. Yeah, it was his real name.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. My grandfather, God rest him, he watched it. What's wrong? What the fuck?
Go ahead.
Is that what's so important?
So, not for that. So this is what happened, man. I remember 1999, right? April 1999. I'll never forget this as long as I live. Dude, I was sitting on the couch.
Oh, that's something new.
Well,
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch, man.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, it happened. Sitting on the couch watching it. I remember the crowd back then when it was like completely on their fucking toes. It'd been building up for a year. Ever since The Rock. What the fuck, man? Ever since the.
He's trying to pay me on the low.
Shut up. Ever since The Rock had screwed Mankind at Survivor Series, I believe it was in 1998.
Yeah.
The Rock joined Team Corporate, and The Rock was a heel. The Rock was a really good heel. He was just taking off, and I will never forget as long as I live this special moment when The Rock and Vince McMahon, a week before WrestleMania, were standing in the middle of the ring. Okay. And there were boos out the ass. And you know, JR, by the way, what's the matter?
I don't want to reach in that area.
No, okay. What do you want? This one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey.
Why not? So, and the Dream Team were together. Mike knows who the Dream Team is. JR and Jerry the King Lawler. Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, I believe, had as much of a part to play with the Attitude Era as the wrestlers themselves, man. And I remember, dude, but like when Mr. McMahon got in the ring, just JR just goes, my God! You know, he went
Hellfire and brimstone.
Yeah, he was just like, these two men are sadistic. You know.
It's a slobber knocker.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Is it bad that we're doing half our face?
Yeah. Were you doing that too? Because
Yes.
I was not looking at you.
I like stroke JR.
Well, yeah, Bell palsy.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
Vintage.
So what happened after that is he's like, my God, these two men in the ring, jeez, how can you be so sadistic, King? And like, you know, King's kind of a
King's
heel
like,
announcer.
puppies.
Yeah, King's
yeah.
kind of a heel
Yeah.
announcer. So The Rock and Vince McMahon are standing in the middle of the ring, and you know, Vince McMahon's like, you know, oh, Rock, what's going to happen to Mankind, so on and so forth. He's like, The Rock's personally going to whip his candy ass, and Vince McMahon's like, you know, let's take a look at the Titantron. We'll check it out. So they look at the Titantron. Next thing you hear, the fucking glass breaks, right? At this point, dude, my little man blood pressure goes to the fucking roof. Like I literally go to the fucking roof, dude. Like there's not enough underwear for me to change. I shit my pants. I go crazy, dude. I go insane. The crowd is on their feet. Austin is on so much fire at this time, dude. The crowd is so loud, like it's unbelievable. And JR is having a fucking seat. My God, here he comes, King. Here he comes. He's coming down. Where is he? Where? Because you don't see him. He's not coming down the ramp. And then you look to the left side of the Titantron, and you see something giant, like literally rip that semi-wall down, dude. And you see a beer truck come out. And at this point, dude, I can't even feel my nuts that haven't dropped yet. I look in the team. I'm just like, Jesus Christ! And he comes to the beer truck comes through, dude. And he's like, hey, my God, he's driving it down the top. He's driving it down. Yeah, remember? He's driving it down the ramp. He's coming, my God, it's Austin. And so he gets down the ramp, dude, and he pulls up and like, he almost takes up the entire ramp. Like, I don't know how it's going to fit on the ramp.
No, this I do remember.
You remember that? Bro, the crowd, and I can't express to you how loud the fucking crowd is. I can barely hear JR. He's like, he's coming. And so he parks the truck, he gets out, stands on top of it, flips the crowd off, you know, which everybody goes absolutely fucking bonkers. He loses his mind, you know, and then in this promo, when he gets the mic in his hand, I've never heard Austin sound more serious. Like he was really like he really wanted to get in the ring. What's wrong? What you got?
Business is about to pick up.
Exactly. Business is about to pick up. Except instead of him saying there, like, business is about to pick up. My God, I can feel my face. So he gets on top of it. He gets on top of the truck, flips the crowd off, hits the mic, and dude, I will never forget the moment when he uttered the words, "If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah!" And the crowd, dude, I swear, the women, the children, the janitor,
yes.
everybody in the arena fucking erupted. And at home, dude, my mom, I was like, "Oh God!" You know, I'm losing my mind, bro, because Stone Cold was like, the Attitude Era is Christ. You know what I mean? He was the Messiah. When he said that, he was like, "If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah!" The crowd goes crazy. Then he stands up, he grabs the microphone, he points down, he's like, "You've been out here spinning your little nursery rhymes about Know Your Road Boulevard and Jabroni Avenue. You better get serious, son, because Sunday, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to WrestleMania, and he's taking that WWF title." And, dude, the fucking place goes crazy again. There's not enough pops, right? The only thing that's about the pop is the varicose veins in my fat little legs. So I go insane, bro. It's if only you could be there, if you could relive that moment. Then he's like, and dude, one of the greatest things he said, he's like, "Hey, Tyler's coming back with me." And he's like, he's like, "I tell you what's going to happen. Come Sunday, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to WrestleMania. He's going to walk down that ramp. He's going to get in that ring. He's going to take you down Know Your Road Boulevard, hang a left at Jabroni Drive, check you in to the SmackDown Hotel, check you into room 316, and burn that son of a bitch to the ground." And then, dude, I fucking lost it, dude. I fucking lost it, bro.
Yeah. He's
like, "I'm going to burn that son of a bitch to the ground." And he goes, "That's all I got to say about that." And he's like, and he goes on the promos, "And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold says so." Signs off, and then he's like, "And Stone Cold, after he wins the belt, he's going to have a whole lot of post-party beer, but right now I think we need to have a little." And The Rock goes on his rant. He's like, "Stone Cold, you can take that beer truck, you can drive it right back up that ramp, turn it side," and right before he can finish, dude, a stream of beer flies through the ring. He pulls the hose off. Dude, as a kid, I was like 9, 10, something like that. Bro, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, my nuts went into my anus and I shit them back out simultaneously. Jesus, what a moment wrestling, dude. If you don't remember, like, if you experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, look it up on YouTube, man. It definitely caused a lot of miscarriages.
It was something to see. It was definitely something to see.
It definitely was. It was
I
amazing.
did see that one.
Yeah.
Huh? You did see that?
Yeah, I did see that one.
Dude, that was out of control. I'll never forget that as long as I live, dude. That was probably one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Well, one of the greatest promos that I can remember.
That's always the tip for the kids. You know, it's like whenever it comes to either Steve Austin's beer truck,
Yeah.
or women at bars, stay away from the hose.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Cut us off. Okay. So. Oh man. So speaking of wrestling promos, wrestling entertainment in general, and you're a big comic guru. You're more of a I like comics a lot. And
Ben Painter agrees. He says one of the best.
It is, yeah. Ben's on point. It's one of the greatest wrestling promos I've ever seen in my life. But picture this. What would it sound like if comic book characters gave wrestling promos?
Oh shit.
Oh. Okay. Do you have any in particular? Like any in mind?
Yeah, just throw Hal Jordan out there, just out of curiosity.
Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan.
What would Hal Jordan say?
Hal Jordan. He does that little shitty oath, by in Brightest Day and Blackest Night.
Okay, this guy's a fan of Aquaman.
Yeah, he's talking shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Well, okay, but what would his wrestling promo sound like? What would his wrestling promo sound like?
I don't know. I'm not prepared for that one. It's like,
if it's gonna be me,
it's like, I'm from the Air Force, bitch. I'll fuck you up. I wear these fucking fur-coated collars,
We're here with Hal Jordan. How the crazy? There's always
there was a Zamboni incident.
Yeah, there's always this crazy bitch. Mike, she's like, what? You have a match tonight with Bray Wyatt. What are you gonna do? In Brightest Day, Blackest Night. Jesus Christ, these pants are tight.
That's exactly how it goes.
I'm sitting here beside Mike White. God damn, this light is bright.
Freestyle, son.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think he'd be a good wrestler at all. I think much like the Saints, he only has a ring.
Damn.
Hal Jordan,
We'll take that.
would make a better wrestler. He'd be a better hype man
You think so?
than anything else.
Would he be a
yeah.
better manager?
I think so. Yeah.
Boy, JR said, Mike, he's using the ring again. Ref. Would he shit? All right, so
It's coming, Alvin. It's coming.
Let's go with Wolverine.
Or Mike, it's coming.
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
What Wolverine say?
Oh yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine be like, it's like Wolverine. Call me Logan. Okay. Logan, what you have a match tonight with Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship. Are you ready for it? I once tickled a deer to death with my teeth. Thank you.
Then you walk off.
And
That's it. Yeah. What about
Bruce Banner. Pre-Hulk.
Pre-Hulk?
Yeah.
Which one, Mark Ruffalo, or what do you want?
Yeah, he wants Ed Norton, of course.
What's Ed Norton?
He wants Lou Ferrigno. Hulk
I
smash.
don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, post-Hulk Avengers.
What can I say about that? I don't know.
You just yell a lot.
Yeah.
I know what Superman would say. I have an idea what Superman would say.
I got one. Bray Wyatt actually calls himself the Eater of Worlds.
Okay.
He calls I'm the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah.
Galactus is the Eater of Worlds.
Okay.
So if Galactus fights Bray Wyatt, they'll be like, Bray, no, but Galactus. Well, I'm sorry, it'd be like this. Galactus.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, Galactus, how do you feel? It's like, how do you feel about your fight? It's like, yeah, here we go. It's like, Galactus, how do you feel about your fight tonight with Bray Wyatt? And then, like, I guess, I don't know, someone has to carry it up to him.
Yeah.
Like,
3 days later.
Yeah, 3 days later. Is this thing on? And like 12 children die in the front row. And he's like, the 12 children's fucking heads explode. Galactus is fucking cosmic spheres the size of like the moon. And he's like, you call yourself the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. He's like, tell me, have you ever eaten a world before? He's like, I have traveled to the farthest ends of the galaxy and devoured moons and planets. You're a fat fuck. Back to you, JR.
He's right.
The dude.
He's right. I do not fear your war, Galactus. I will eat the world, but not really, not literally like you would do. But I will find a way to defeat you.
Well, there's a
Because
kid
of
down
all
the
my
street with a
followers.
Science project. You can eat that.
Yeah. I could eat a diorama of the world,
Okay.
but I could not eat the actual
You can eat
world.
a Harlem Globetrotter.
Okay, fuck all that. Let's do a. You know what? Let's do a real thing. Fuck Marvel characters. What if Stan Lee cut a promo?
Oh, shit.
You ready? Ready? Okay.
How would that go?
Here we go. I want you to be like, hey, Stan Lee, you have a fight tonight with.
Okay.
You have a fight tonight.
I'll make it.
No. You should just be like, yeah. Let's do this. I'll be Stan Lee.
Yeah, okay. Stan Lee, you've got a fight tonight with.
Oh, let me see your glasses real quick.
Oh yeah, please.
Let's do
Here.
that. Let's do
Don't make the joke about what are you blind? Okay, Stan Lee, you've got a fight tonight with the WWE champion. How do you think that's gonna go?
Hello, true believers. Tonight on Raw, someone's getting fucked up. Can I say that? And you have to have some alliteration too. I promise you, I am gonna pulverize that pretentious pussy and send him to the planet Pluto. He doesn't have a chance in hell. I guarantee you, I'm gonna whip his ass harder than Reed Richards did in episode number 47 of the Fantastic Four cartoon. I'm sorry, where am I? Anyway. It's gonna be amazing. Shit's gonna hit the fan. It's gonna be out of control. Someone is gonna get their ass stomped in the ground. I guarantee it. And if you don't believe that, I'll come to your house and fuck you up too. Excelsior, motherfucker!
We've got to follow up on Bray Wyatt, and I agree with this. Bray would cut a 20-minute promo, and then he would lose the match.
Chase Ward joined.
Chase Ward just missed it.
What up, Jake?
He just missed it.
No, I don't think he missed it.
He didn't? Okay.
He's
All right.
losing his shit.
All right. so yeah, that would be Stan Lee. Oh, and just for the record,
Yeah.
If Spider-Man would have cut a promo, you want to try that one out?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It sounds like you got something.
Yeah, I got something.
It's like, okay. Well, Spider-Man, you got a match with the fucking Miz or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, I can tell you this, Mike. With great power comes great responsibility, and tonight the Miz is going to join Uncle Ben in hell.
Okay, we went a little dark. Back to you. Back to you at the booth. Or, at, well, you know, whatever the fuck they say.
So,
It's like,
oh
It's like-
man,
what about Superman?
Superman. You got something for Superman?
I think I do. I
Okay.
think I got something.
Let's
for
do this. What would Michael Cole say? Superman. It looks like you're going to have a tough time tonight with the Undertaker. Okay, hold on. Looks like you're going to have a tough time tonight with Kane. What are you going to do? Kane looks like he's in tip-top condition. It looks like he's really ready. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Superman? Supes, what's on your mind tonight?
Man, that's a dumbass question if I ever heard one, man. You know what? I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to go reverse the rotation of the Earth so I can turn back time and you can take back that stupid ass question. Okay, what am I going to do with Kane?
Well, Superman, I didn't mean anything, but
Oh, well, I know you didn't mean. Shut up. You know what this S on my chest stands for?
what?
Shit. You think Kane got a chance with me? Shit. It stands for shed.
I just want to stick my dick in the big boulder.
What the hell is a White Walker? Oh my god. It's a leprechaun. It's
Bro,
shit. Shit. The S on my chest stands for shed. That's where I'm gonna take you behind and put you out your misery. Fuck you.
oh man.
Yes. That would be Superman. Cut the promo.
That's how you do it.
I really, dude, and to be honest, if they're gonna say wrestling, I think they should start doing that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think wrestling and Marvel should cross over because it's getting pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I believe more that Galactus came down and stomped the mud hole in someone's ass than I ever would somebody like, I don't know, Bo Dallas.
Hey, Bo Dallas, dude, they haven't given him a chance, man. Bo Dallas is awesome.
So,
Bo Dallas is up there with Aquaman, you know? It's like,
dude, so
he doesn't need water.
something I forgot to mention too. It was a little bit about Hawkman.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, no,
We're going to circle back around to Hawkman.
we're gonna
now.
circle
Yeah,
jerk
circle
all
jerk.
the way
Oh,
back
yeah,
around.
okay.
And that's appropriate because
I
the
don't want it.
we had this conversation, which I had to write this down. Hawkman, not only was we talking about him being a stripper and slash like gay,
Correct.
it was well,
We still didn't clear him.
true. I was gonna say, what was this? Do you remember this? Do you remember this? Coming joke from one time a bird is shooting skeet. Remember that? One time.
Wait,
You remember that? It was like for one time a bird is shooting skeet. The bird. If Hawkman was going to cut a promo or just talk shit in general, like
Yeah.
what was he going to say for the?
It's like, this is going to be one time that the bird is shooting skeet.
I thought you said like the word one time the bird actually did have the word.
No, not the word. No,
Damn it.
not this time.
Oh.
I mean, he would come out with a towel and like his wings,
Okay.
and like he'd be like, "Hello, ladies, Hawkman here."
Was it?
I don't think he'd be saying hello, lady.
He might be. I don't know.
If it's a bachelorette party,
Yeah.
yeah, if they're the biggest tippers.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I do want to say though.
Tippers make the best trip.
I want to say that. What happened?
Bo Dallas could beat the shit out of Aquaman.
I'm not gonna.
One of them is a fictional character, so you know.
So speaking of this, and speaking of all these, speaking of the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Universe movies, the DC Universe movies, wrestling in general, I believe that the reason why so much of it was successful is because everything is top notch. You know what I'm saying? Since Vince McMahon's a billionaire, which brings me to the point I'm trying to make is that with the right advertising, with the right equipment, with the right music, you can pretty much sell anything.
And a good marketing team.
Yeah, and a
Actually
good
knows what the hell they're
and a good mark. Yeah, you can pretty much sell anything, and I believe that money and those types of things and that forced money.
Just
is
look at Young Thug.
I don't want to look at Young Thug. I don't. That's my favorite song, dude. I was listening on iTunes. and the follow-up hit, The Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe. My entire synopsis of what I'm trying to say is that anything can sound awesome if you put something behind it. Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad, all of that. Those previews made those movies look way more than decent, right?
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you agree that they only put the good shots of these movies and the only good segments they played them on during the previews?
I
that's
think
what
movies go wrong a lot of times when they put the actual good shit in the previews.
Mm-hmm.
Remember back, and I'll give Chase credit for pointing this out.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Come on here.
back in the day,
Mhm.
when they were
Come here, voice.
doing the I'm just that voice in the background.
Yeah, go ahead.
Back when they were doing the promos for Batman, hi Chase.
Mm-hmm.
All they would promo was just the bat symbol.
Really?
Well,
That's what made the movies excellent because you did not know what was happening.
I actually have a theory about that. There's probably some people out there that that already know this about me, but I watch one trailer if I can help it. I watch one trailer for a movie because I have a theory that if you take all the trailers and lay them end to end, you could probably figure out what's happening through the whole thing. Whenever I go into a movie, I want to know as little as possible about it, especially if it's a movie that I know I'm going to enjoy. Star Wars, Force Awakens,
Yeah.
I saw one trailer. You know how fucking hard that was?
Why?
Because it was everywhere. Every time there was a new trailer, Facebook would post it.
That's why I don't get on Facebook hardly anymore. It ruins everything.
Well, yeah, Facebook does ruin everything, but we can't really talk shit about Facebook while we're on it.
Well, we're actually using social media
yeah.
to get this shit out here.
It's not ethical.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So what I do, like the Spider-Man trailer. Oh my God, the Spider-Man trailer, the only trailer that I watched for it, it gave away almost everything about the plot. I knew. Is the King of Cartoons about to walk in?
Don't come in, stop your napping. We've all been doing drugs and don't know what happened. So go ahead.
Let's see, the last thing I remember is King of Cartoons.
Go ahead.
It gave away everything. It gave away who the villain is. It gave everything away about Peter Parker, about Tony Stark, about the shit in the suit.
Yeah.
Like the enhancements that he had and everything. I didn't want to know all that. I wanted to go in there, like all I needed to know was that Spider-Man did not have another origin.
Yeah.
And you know who's happy about that? Uncle Ben. How many times has that motherfucker had to die?
Dude, Uncle Ben has died a lot, dude. And
Yeah.
Aunt May keeps getting younger. Okay?
Yeah.
Aunt May
and she's like, it's eventually.
Dude, I remember when Aunt May was sweet. She was like, "Peter, do you remember to get your books?" And
Oh,
now she's like,
yeah, you remember
Now
that?
she's like, "Supper's on the table, you little shit. Mommy's got to go make some money."
That's right.
You know, you remember that? Like now she's
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Back in the day, I was like,
Dude,
"What a sweet old lady," and I was like,
my-
"Butt smash."
My favorite Aunt May part, like if there is a favorite Aunt May part, is whenever she's praying, and Green Goblin comes in, on his track. It's like obvious. He's like,
Yeah.
Finish it, finish it, and she from evil.
She was really hot in that scene.
Yeah, she had her hair done.
Dude, girls over 60 with their hair down in a hospital bed, bro,
Yes.
I can't hide my fucking pipe. My zipper will explode looking at such things.
We were up late dancing, and
You can go to the nurse's home at all hours of the night, right?
oh yeah.
So check this out, dude. I believe that if you package anything the right way, you can make it sound epic. It's gonna be stupid as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, you believe that?
Yeah, I believe that.
Would you like an example?
Please.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I spit on you again?
You did.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. Your beard caught it. No,
Oh, that's not better.
that's not a good start. But keep spitting.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Those horrible yellow eyes.
So,
We got two in a row here.
you know what?
We got two people in a row saying those
Dude, horrible yellow eyes. It's like those horrible yellow eyes. Not only was he a rapist, but he had jaundice as well. Jesus Christ! Oh. The last thing I wanted was a loud voice in my ear and hepatitis. So,
Okay. He's got black buildup in his
Jesus.
God damn.
Okay, but you were about to make an example.
I really
of
was.
something?
So
Yeah.
I feel like if you put music, the right visuals behind anything, you can create like the best, you know, well not the best, but like you can try it. You know?
It's an ambience.
You ready? You ready? Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Oh God. Let's stand by for YouTube being shit. All right, here we go. In the year 1931 AD, a man brought forth from someone dubbed the Sugar Mama, titled Wilford of Brimley. Grown up as a man in the world full of sugar and glucose high intestinal sugar, the man set upon at an early age a crusade against something known as diabetes. Armed with his needle shed full of insulin and a lifetime subscription to Liberty Medical, which he paid ahead of time, Wilford went on his quest to stop diabetes in its tracks, or as the village people called it, the beatus. Armed with the most successful new modern technology known as the glucometer, Wilford Brimley stepped into the light and let us know that the only way to beat the beatus is not by might, by swords, by guns, by shields, or any type of conventional weapon. But do not eat ice cream and apple pie after 8:30 p.m. The Beatus. This summer, Beatus better look out. In this 3-part special featuring Wilford Brimley. Wilford of Brimley. The man who stepped out from behind the scenes and said, we couldn't understand what he was saying. He has the face of a walrus. It is the Beatus.
You alright, mate?
I felt it. I felt the power right there. When it, like that's a movie I would watch. Is that a movie or is that like real life? Or is that like
says, not the Beatus.
is that real life or is that?
And Ben Painter said, Beatus the sequel.
Hold on, we're not going to worry about the sequel.
No, you're right. No, here it is. It's like, no, we have the movie, and then you have to set up a good sequel. It's like, The Beatus Part 2. No, The Beatus Type 2.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that one because actually I have an idea for a movie trailer.
You do really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not. I mean, we're not gonna do it right now, but yeah.
We can set that up.
We can? Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I can
We'll
do it on that.
eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good right now.
All right.
Who has died more, Uncle Ben or Bruce and Martha Wayne? Martha and Bruce Wayne.
Martha.
No, I mean Martha and
Thomas.
Thomas.
Martha and Thomas Wayne have died a lot more.
Yeah.
Because that story's been revamped.
Yeah.
Mike, from your knowledge, what year did Bob Kane come out with? Like, when did it come out? Detective Comics come out with Batman?
I believe 38.
Okay, so Thomas and Martha have been getting fucked up for a long time.
Well, I think they're talking about in the cinematic universe. I think they're talking about like the Tim Burton, the.
Okay.
Okay, so once it was assumed with the 1960s show.
Right.
Okay.
With Adam West.
They never talked about it, but
Adam
you know
West and Burt Ward, right.
Yeah, they got that big ass house and like.
So we just assumed
Yeah.
this kid inherited a lot of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Second instance.
Tim Burton and Tim Burton's movie.
In which Jack Napier, played by Jack Nicholson, who played the Joker, killed him when they were younger. So the younger version of the Joker, before he became the Joker, who was Jack Napier, who was a mobster, which is this version of the Joker. And I say that this version of the Joker because in the comic series, when Batman sat in the Mobius chair, it told him that there are 3 different versions of the Joker. And the Mobius chair doesn't lie. He knows that because he asked the chair, which he had never sat in before, if you know everything, answer me this: who killed my parents? The chair told him Joe Chill. So then he asked him, who is the true identity of the Joker? And he said the Joker is 3 different people. We'll get more into that in just a minute, but go ahead. So they died right there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had the trilogy,
Right.
the Dark Knight trilogy
Right.
with Christopher Nolan.
Right.
So that's 3 times.
Yeah.
And then we had the recap
Uh-huh.
in BVS.
Right. We did do that.
So that's at least 4 times.
And hold on.
Unless I'm missing something.
You are missing something also.
I had to disappear for a minute.
It's okay. You're also missing the other fifth one. Well, this actually happened in Batman Forever when they actually had you know what I'm saying? He had this whole long Val Kilmer.
Well, that makes sense because I've never seen the third or the fourth ones.
Okay. Well, the fourth one's shit. The third one's good because Jim Carrey's the Riddler. So we'll go with that. But yeah. So apparently there's 3 different versions of the Joker. For those who keep up with comics, you already know that. But those of you who don't, apparently, according to theory, the 3 versions of the Joker is what they're trying to bring alive in the cinematic universe, or they're trying to retcon, and fix a lot of bullshit. The first Joker, I think they completely ruled out the Cesar Romero version of Joker in the 1960s. They started out with the first Joker being Jack Nicholson playing, Jack Napier, the man who murdered Carl Grissom and went on to become, the Clown Prince of Crime in one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
And Chase Ward, I dedicate that to you. Secondly, the second version of the Joker is Heath Ledger's Joker. So you have the mobster, the anarchist, and then I believe they tried to incorporate the third version of Jared Leto. I don't know where that falls, unless he rips his face off and staples it back, like the way they did in the comic.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing with that, but I think that might be the third one, or they just but I didn't like Jared Leto as a Joker that much. I didn't like him,
6.
Six,
Forgot
right.
about Gotham.
Oh, the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah. Thank you, Alvin. I don't watch that show.
Yeah,
So thank you.
The show was actually good, and like the first season was pretty solid. The second one was okay, and by the third, I quit watching.
Actually, I quit on the first season because there was this episode with the weather balloon,
Yeah,
and that was so stupid. People were dying because of this weather balloon. It's
I know
like what he was tying their feet up or something like
yeah.
that, and then it would go so high. It's like pop the fucking balloon. Use your abdominals, man. Come on, you got to punch that shit. Rip it off.
So it's 6 now. 6 for sure.
At least 6. Okay. At least 6. Yeah.
So
and we're not even talking about the animated.
Right. We're talking about Gotham itself. It's terrible. So the show is terrible. So yeah, I hope that at some point they kind of make sense of that. Have they made sense of that in the comic yet? Have they talked any more about between 3 versions of the Joker, or are they still talking about the guy?
Oh no, that's where it comes from. As far as I know, is that there's 3 versions of the Joker.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the one that can heal. There's the corny one from back in the 40s.
Yeah.
And there's the regular one. I don't know, like Joker Light or something like that. I don't know.
Joker Live. Joker.
Yeah.
Joker 3.0.
Yeah.
Joker for work groups. So that being said,
You got community service Joker.
yeah, you got divorced and drinking a lot Joker. You got
Yeah.
you got coke addicted CEO of the company Joker. You got janitor Joker. You got
Yeah.
Jewish yarmulke Joker. You seen that Joker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop lying.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I saw him at his bris.
so that being said, so we're coming close. We're getting pretty close to the end of the podcast. But before we go, and I want to talk about this next time.
We got 2 more topics. Go ahead.
Do we have 2 more topics?
We do because we got to do the Laffy Taffy laugh.
Oh yeah, we do have to do that. We do.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's do that now then.
Okay.
I don't want to be awkward about it.
We don't want to end on it.
No, we sure don't. So,
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do this because I got to piss.
what is the Laffy Taffy laugh, Mike?
Well, the Laffy Taffy laugh actually came about. Is that good, Casey Kasem, that
Yeah.
I'm giving right now? The Laffy Taffy laugh came
Yeah.
about whenever I was in class and there was a woman that was asking so many questions that I would make fun of her with my laugh.
Is this a true story?
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. Fast forward, we had a manager who would go home and smoke weed on her break. That's Shannon Watson. Shout out to Shannon. Miss you.
Did you just?
You never talked to me whenever you left, but I'm not bitter about that or anything. She would come back from a break. Oh no, she admits that she smoked weed.
Okay.
She would come back and like she would be like so stoned. I'd be like, oh, so are you what the customers are talking about whenever they say they want to talk to the highest manager in the building? And she would play along with it. She'd be like, I am the highest. She would raise the roof or whatever the kids do. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing these days, but
Yeah.
what I've heard is that if you go to a gay club, you don't raise your hands above your head. But
I can't deny or confirm that.
neither here nor there. But one day she decided to read a Laffy Taffy joke, and I don't know. I get the feeling that she kind of knew what my reaction was going to be to it, and so
It's the Laffy Taffy laugh, right?
Yeah, it's the Laffy Taffy laugh.
So,
Yeah, it's,
are you going to do the Laffy Taffy laugh for us?
I think so. That depends on if you're going to look up any Laffy Taffy jokes for me.
I actually am. I'm actually on the site right now. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Let's hear this joke. Let's see what you got.
Okay, and okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Why is a bad joke like a bad pencil?
Because you could stick them both up your ass.
Close. All right, here we go. Because it has no point.
Oh man, that was good. That was really good. They got no point. Oh, you caught me off guard with that one, man. Okay.
I don't... Oh my God! You did that at work?
I did that at work. Yeah. Imagine that going out across the call center.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we're supposed to be quiet, you know.
All right.
Like you hear some mumbling and everything, you know, and all of a sudden.
What was the last topic you want to talk about before we close out?
I believe you had the last topic.
I did not.
Okay, then I guess we're
We're actually going to save that for next time.
okay. Fantastic.
Fantastic, Rick. How did you get a hand grenade? I don't know.
I don't know.
So probably going to wrap it up for now. But what I do want to talk about for next time, and we're going to kind of leave it at that little cliffhanger thing where they leave their comments, and you guys can leave your comments because I want to know. Me growing up in the '90s, I grew up with the Fox Kids Club. What cartoons did you what did you grow up watching, Mike?
What cartoons did I grow up
Yeah.
with?
What
Oh,
what
shit.
era did you watch? What was it?
Oh man, I watched a what was that? What was that video game? That Captain Nintendo.
Oh, Captain N.
Captain N.
Captain
yeah,
N.
Yeah. I watched that.
Captain N. Yeah.
Shit, I watched everything. I watched everything from Snorks, Smurfs, motherfucking laser tag.
What's laser tag?
Laser tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up, dude. I watched Galaxy High. I watched Gilligan's Planet. Yeah, I watched everything, dude. In fact, I'll tell you a little anecdote about watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, we'll say about 4 or 5, 6, somewhere in there, I was convinced that the best cartoons were coming on when I was asleep.
Yeah.
Like before I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I woke up at 7 o'clock to watch cartoons on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know. And so what I did was I stayed up all night to watch these cartoons that I was going to be missing.
Yeah.
Fell asleep at fucking 5. Woke up at 10, missed all my favorite cartoons.
Fuck, man.
That's some bullshit.
That's
That's some bullshit.
That does kind of make me sad.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, there goes that.
Who's dead anyway?
Yeah, it wasn't really. Where you going, dude?
Piss.
All right. Anyway, so really,
Yeah.
you leaving a piss like that? God, this is the worst podcast on the internet. Anyway, since my co-host has completely jumped up and to drain the main vein, thank you so much for watching the podcast. And well, what I plan to do with the podcast is I'm going to have one probably every week. I'll have one like once every week, hopefully. That's what I'm shooting for one day. Probably going to be Wednesday, Thursday maybe, because we're kind of still in the infancy stage. But definitely going to have one once a week, and probably every 2 to 3 weeks we'll have one live like this, because I like to get you guys feedback, and I also like to have people. I'm going to have people call in. I'm also going to have guests on the show, just like next week or the next time that we do the podcast. I'm actually going to have my friend Frankie come on and like really entertaining guy. I'm going to have him come on and talk about Legend of Zelda and pretty much the entire lineup of games with the Switch. I almost said the Wii, with the Switch coming out. So Nothing else there, Mike. Anything you want to say before we go back to the hill where we came from?
Y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all chose to spend the evening with us.
You did.
We appreciate the shit out of you.
We sure do. We sure
Yeah.
do. So, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. And there will be more Mega Power podcasts, will there not?
Hopefully.
Oh, of course there will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it stays fun, I'm here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that restraining order will fall and we can broadcast to more people. So, thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Peace, bitches.
We signing off?
Yes, we are.
Okay, hold on. We signing off?
Niggas fighting over range, niggas born when he came up.